You're watching Stay Wavy TV, your home for non-stop WWE action and fresh waves of wrestling coverage. Slam that subscribe button, ring the bell, and ride the
TNA
wave.
World Champion Joe Hendry reportedly signs a deal with WWE NXT. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Dun, dun. I'm not surprised by this, man, because when Joe Hendry fought Randy Orton, when he was Randy Orton's surprise opponent at last year's WrestleMania, he got a huge reception. That's how I found out who Joe Hendry was, to be honest. I didn't know who he was until he fought Randy Orton, you know what I'm saying? So this is a good look for the WWE. I think Joe Hendry will probably move up to the main roster after a year or two, probably no more than 2 years. But, you know, this is a great look for the WWE. So let's get into it. Let me read this article. It says, Joe Hendry's days in TNA are over and his days as a full-time exclusive WWE superstar are beginning. Hendry has boosted his name value since his rise to superstardom in 2024. His theme song became a viral sensation, and soon after, fans will learn to appreciate his skills in the ring and work outside of it. Hendry was a surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble this year before making his WrestleMania debut in April as a surprise opponent against Randy Orton. Now, Hendry will get weekly chances to redeem himself as a WWE superstar. There have been reports surrounding Hendry's status with TNA as far back as September of this year, with the takedown on Sports Illustrated's John Alba reporting then that he was being largely phased out of TNA programming and integrated more into WWE TV instead, ahead of an impending move. Hendry hasn't appeared on TNA TV in weeks, and he isn't being advertised for any upcoming TNA shows. TNA president Carlos Silva reiterated early in October that Hendry was signed with TNA until he wasn't. Yes, he is signed with TNA, you know, he is until he's not, but he is. Joe's been great for us. Joe's been great with WWE and NXT. We'll continue to sort of work through that as good partners do. Things changed quickly in the pro wrestling business, and to the surprise of many fans, Hendry wasn't booked for TNA's biggest show of the year, Bound for Glory. This absence was another indicator that Hendry's status with TNA was questionable. Shawn Michaels wanted Hendry in the WWE. While people within TNA wouldn't be surprised to see Hendry backstage at their upcoming shows, Hendry is not expected to appear on TNA TV again soon. Shawn Michaels, who oversees creative for NXT, was a strong advocate for getting Hendry exclusively under the WWE umbrella and has been vocal to other WWE officials about how much he likes Hendry's work. Fightful also reports Hendry has multiple months left on his TNA contract, but those months will not be fulfilled, and he is confirmed to be with WWE on a long-term deal. Hendry was already an internet sensation before his shocking WrestleMania 41 appearance, but the reaction that he received from Las Vegas and the reaction Orton received after hitting Hendry's signature pose in the ring, leveling up his notoriety and name value worldwide, he became less of a meme that flashed in the pan for 15 minutes and more of a legit star, even in convincing defeat. Orton defeated Hendry in 3 minutes and 10 seconds at WrestleMania 41. It's not confirmed yet whether Hendry will be on the main roster soon or if he'll continue working with NXT. Hendry's last match on television against Eric Young at TNA TV taping on September 27th. Hendry also wrestled at 2 NXT live events in Florida on November 8th and November 9th. So listen, this is what I think is going to happen, right? All of the people that's not being used properly, that's on the main roster in the WWE, guys like Carmelo Hayes, LA Knight, who else? Shit, I would even say Randy Orton, right? Why not have these guys go to TNA, right? Like, obviously Randy Orton's probably not going to go to TNA, right? But, I mean, what is Triple H doing with a Carmelo Hayes or Randy Orton and LA Knight? What is he doing with them? You know what I'm saying? They're not going to win championships anytime soon, right? Randy Orton hasn't been on TV in weeks. We don't even know where Randy Orton is. Carmelo Hayes, he's been on the main roster for like over 2 years now. Well, close to 2 years now. And he hasn't won one title. He hasn't won the Intercontinental title. He hasn't won the United States title. He hasn't won the tag team title. So if Triple H is not going to properly use a lot of the talent on the main roster, why not have these guys go to TNA where they can go to TNA and become champions over there. You know what I'm saying? I'd much rather see Carmelo Hayes go to TNA and dominate and become a champion than to see him on SmackDown in constant pointless matches against The Miz. You know what I'm saying? Like Carmelo Hayes, he looks like a complete fucking joke on the main roster. Let's just call it what it is, man. He looks like a complete joke, bruh. They're wasting Randy Orton's final years in the WWE, bro. Randy Orton's probably going to retire within the next 3 years. And what are we doing with Randy Orton? You know, why is Randy Orton not a champion? Why is Randy Orton not, you know, main eventing PLEs? Why is Randy Orton not on PLEs at all? Like, what's going on in the main roster with Raw and SmackDown, bro, it's a complete joke. So I'm expecting Joe Hendry to stay on NXT for at least another year or two before he gets to the main roster. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if Joe Hendry goes straight to the main roster, bro, he's going to be a jobber. Let's just call it what it is, bro. Triple H is going to job him out like he does most people, bro. He's not going to move up to the main roster and be in title. Even if he is in title contention, he's not winning no title the first 2-3 years if he does go to the main roster. So just let him go on NXT. Let him become an NXT champion. Let him snatch that belt from Ricky Saints. And, you know, keep him on NXT for a year or two, man. You know what I'm saying? The fact that Trick Williams, I'm hearing, okay, so Trick Williams, he just got like a third title shot against Ricky Saints on the past episode of NXT. So I'm hearing that Trick Williams possibly might be making his main roster debut tonight on SmackDown, if not tonight, next week, because his girlfriend, Lash Legend, whatever her name is, she made her debut on the main roster this week. You know what I'm saying? She's a current tag team partner with Nia Jax. So, you know, Trick Williams, bro, he about to make his main roster debut, man. Shout out to Trick Williams. I think he possibly might be LA Knight's surprise opponent tonight, or he's going to be involved somehow in the competition to become John Cena's last opponent. I don't think he will be John Cena's last opponent, but I am expecting him to be in that tournament for sure, man. So let me know what y'all think about this video. It's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, share the video, leave a comment. I'm out.
Yeah, welcome to the vibe. Stay wavy in the mix, got the culture on the rise. Tap in, hit subscribe, ring that bell, let it ride. We gon' surf through the trends, give you game every time. Reviews, new views, keep it honest, never fake. If you're looking for the wave, this the channel you embrace. Stay